this event a handicap tag bout. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. In the red corner, combined weight, 445 pounds, 2 men, Randy Barber and Don Sanders. Across the ring, their opponent from New York State, 1 man, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan going against 2 men here, Randy Barber and Don Sanders in this handicap tag team match here on Mid-South Wrestling. Referee Ron West calls for the bell. It'll be Randy Barber starting out against, of course, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
And generally, of course, Jim, the handicap is the guy that is facing the 2 men. But I tell you, Hacksaw Duggan is like an ambush. He's always ready to happen. A rugged guy. And the thing I've been noticing about Hacksaw and talking to him is I noticed that he's firming up. The upper body's getting a lot more strength level to it. And his conditioning has improved. He's always been an explosive athlete. But about a year ago, you know, there was some times when it seemed like he ran out of gas. And you don't see that anymore. And I asked him, he's running 2 miles a day. He's in the gymnasium. Strange thing, he and Dr. Death started running together. Now, Hacksaw's got a tremendous football background. Canadian ball, played for the Atlanta Falcons, All-American at SMU. A lot of pride in his football background. And Dr. Death has just introduced the Dr. Death Award. That could be food for thought there, because that could be an ominous collision. Dr. Death against 2 men here. And I think they could add 1 more, and they'd still, Hacksaw Duggan, that is, could still be the one with the advantage. Reverse elbow over the big fella. Little shoe leather he puts on him. Coming up next is Josh Stroud against Hercules Hernandez, Cornette's bodyguard. We got Terry Taylor. Then the Fantastics for the Midnight Express on our television main event. And at the closing event, we happen to have a video on the most unusual, I don't know really how to say it, I guess I'll say wrestler that I've ever seen named Adrian Street. Then we have Brickhouse Brown against Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Exciting hour here on Mid-South. Wow! Oh, I hope Don Sanders was hungry, because he just got to eat a little canvas in the form of those turnbuckle pads there as Hacksaw Duggan gave him a little whiplash, and he decides he wants to tag out. And look at the big Hacksaw. Hacksaw Duggan, who Jim Cornette spent $10,000 to buy Hacksaw Duggan's coal miner's glove from Crusher Khrushchev, and he's given it to his bodyguard, Hercules Hernandez. And Hacksaw Duggan is really upset. Cornette has become quite a thorn in the Hacksaw's side.
Well, Duggan has set Barber right on top of that.
Oh, gee whiz. That looks like a car wreck out there. That's mayhem. And look at the Hacksaw setting the 3-point stance. And the spear, and Barber goes right out on the floor, and Sanders doesn't want no more.
Well, Sanders is coming back in whether he likes it or not.
He's getting dragged back in, Jim. Kind of like putting a piece of cheese through the shredder. And Hacksaw.
That's 15 yards in the NFL, and this looks like it's going to be a 3 count on Mid-South Wrestling.
1, 2, 3.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan the winner, and we'll be back with more exciting action. And Hercules Hernandez right after this word from the Mid-South Wrestling Network.
Look at him, he just manhandles the guy.
One-handed, he jerked him right off the canvas.
A man that Cornette paid $10,000 to get him a coal miner's glove to add injury to insult to Hacksaw Duggan. It's Duggan's own glove and his own match.
He's going for the Shinonamaki.
Yeah, he wastes no time. He's right into the Shinonamaki, which is a similar type thing to the sleeper. It apparently cuts the blood off the carotid artery to the brain. And Josh Stroud's in a world of trouble. This match, Hercules Hernandez, is just awesome. And look at Cornette, proud as a peacock. Carl Fergie calling for the bell. Another destroyed opponent. Hercules Hernandez, Cornette.
Well, Hercules Hernandez, indeed a tremendous athlete, unbelievably strong. Now he's got a, well, that's one way of waking anybody up or putting them back to sleep, whatever. But Cornette is so arrogant. Jim Cornette gloating over this victory.
Hacksaw Duggan's come on. That's why the crowd was roaring. Hacksaw Duggan, and he's got a score to settle. And look at Cornette. He wasn't one near the crazy man from New York. There's not a match signed. Again, this is the type of thing we've been trying to combat here at Mid-South, because this match is not signed, but Duggan is a wild man, and he wants Hercules Hernandez. And listen to these people explode. And this is street style. This is street style, and that's New York subway tactic. And Duggan is the master, used to ride the A train, but Hernandez is a brawler too.
And Jim Cornette has made a quick exit from the ring area. He was running toward the dressing room area.
But he ran to get help. Here comes the Midnight Express, and Duggan doesn't realize it. He and Hernandez are in a battle in the Midnight Express. Cornette ran for help. Hacksaw's in a lot of trouble out there.
Cornette.
What's Cornette spraying? He's spraying that towel again. Cornette spraying that towel. Smell that ether. You can smell that ether, and they've got Hacksaw Duggan.
You can see Duggan's legs have gone limp. They've got that rag all over his face.
Cornette's pulling the scissors out. Cornette's pulling out some scissors. He's going to cut Duggan's hair. Duggan is unconscious. Cornette's going to cut his hair. Sonny King is back. Sonny King is back. He's left hooking, he's right hooking. Terry Taylor. Duggan's unconscious. Terry Taylor, Bobby Eaton going out of the ring. Terry Taylor. Oh,
down the post.
Right into the steel post with Bobby Eaton. Sonny King has cleared the ring. They saved Duggan from humiliating haircut at the hands of Cornette. Bobby Eaton's head split wide open over the right eye. Sonny King is back. Terry Taylor. They stopped Duggan from being given a vicious haircut.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with the TV champion Terry Taylor right after this word.
Well, Jim, there's been some one-sided negotiating during the commercial break. Cornette tried to cancel the match coming up with the Fantastics against the Midnight Express. But Grizzly Smith said if one of your Midnight Express, Bobby Eaton, who's badly lacerated, can't continue, put Hercules Hernandez in there. But Cornette said he'd be afraid to be standing out there without his bodyguard because Duggan might attack him. I wonder why. I can guarantee you Duggan's going to do some attacking. Grizzly said the match is signed. You get a substitute, whoever you want, and the Midnight Express are going to wrestle the Fantastics no matter what. So let's go to Boyd Pierce, and he's waiting with Jim Cornette, and we're going to see a television main event.
Tag team action next. One fall or 10-minute time limit.
Let me tell you people something. This match is taking place under protest. I didn't want to agree to it, but they made me because Bobby Eaton was injured by that cowardly attack by Terry Taylor, and he's not able to wrestle. Now, Grizzly Smith tried to talk me into putting my bodyguard, Hercules Hernandez, who you see standing here, into the match to give Hacksaw Duggan a chance to come jump me from behind, but I'm too smart for that. So I got the best man that I could find, a man more than capable of holding up his end, and he will replace Bobby Eaton as a member of the Midnight Express for this match. I introduce to you now, Loverboy Dennis Condrey and Crusher Khrushchev, the Midnight Express.
They proved that they're a team to be reckoned with. Jim Cornette is really going to have to get his strategy going. And, of course, we don't know how bad the injury is to Bobby Eaton. And, of course, Hacksaw Duggan. I understand he's gone through the walls in the dressing room, that they're really having trouble controlling him. And, you know, Duggan is a guy that's liable to act with any kind of weapon. But the new rules by Mid-South about the 2x4, the steel chair, the tennis racket, or the chain, a $10,000 fine. So you wonder what, you already see how Cornette's adjusted. He's got the coal miner's glove back on the scene and the ether.